you would do with $1 million, and I mean exactly a million. Not you win a million in the lottery and then they take away 55% or however much, and you're left with, much less. I mean, if you got exactly $1 million check, you inherited it, you won more than $1 million in the lottery, and you got it, whatever, however you got it, right, legally. Do you know what you would do with that money down to the penny? Do you have a sensible, responsible response and or idea, and then a completely irresponsible one? Because while I can think of a lot of stuff I could spend the money on, I really only would do something responsible with it because it would put me and my family in a place where then we could do irresponsible things with money, right? Because I would do something boring like basically use $100,000 of it for to pay off my wife and I's or my wife and I's student loan debts, and then we'd buy the car that we want, which we know what that is, about an SUV. I'm not going to tell you how much of that is student loans, how much of that is car, but nonetheless, about $100,000 to do those two things, and the rest of it, 900 grand, I think I would just put in an investment that would yield a decent return so that then I could take that money and could use that money for, life. Basically like a trust fund baby or trust fund kid or a trust fund adult at this point. I wouldn't pay off our house. I'd rather have the money working for me. Working. What would you do? Do you have a responsible and an irresponsible response um, or choices that you would do or take with that $1 million? And would you just blow it? Would you say, screw it, I'm just going to blow it? Or would you say, you know what, I'm going to set myself up so I don't need to be working, or so that I don't have to work so hard, or whatever it may be? Would you go buy a house in another country and pay it off and keep the rest and live for 10 years? What would you do? That sounds like a good idea. But I honestly think I'd be the sensible thing, the responsible thing, the straight edge thing, the boring thing. What would you do with your million simoleons?